What is up, everybody? This is Adderob, and guys, I made a video like this a while ago, but now that all the DLCs are out in Black Ops 2, I'm going to make a kind of review of Black Ops 2 Zombies as a whole, and count down my top 10 favorite maps in Black Ops 2. Now, you might be thinking, well, there's only 5, and yeah, there's really only 5 legit ones, but I'm gonna put some other 5 in there that I enjoyed playing as kind of minigame type of thing. So, without further ado, let's get this countdown started. Starting off the list in the number 10 spot, located in Resolution 1295, we have Turned on Burrow. And yes, this map is pretty linear for a turn mode, but is still a lot of fun. Just to be a zombie and chase after the one survivor. There are a couple glitchy things that Treyarch have patched out, and it's a lot of fun to just pick up and play if you don't want to go through a full zombies game or survival or grief or whatever. It's a lot more fast-paced than any other zombies game type, so it's a great kind of addition or a mini-game to zombies. Number 9, we have in Green Run, Turned on Diner, and this is actually the original Turned map. It wasn't too popular in the public, and I'm not sure why not. It's a lot of fun. In my opinion, well, obviously because it's above the Burrow map, but in my opinion, it is much more fun to play than the one in Resolution 1295. Now, the reason I say this is it's a lot more fast-paced than even that. And I did say that about the last map, but this is really, really fast-paced. It's a really small map, unlike the linear Burrow map. And it's just really, really fun to play. And the diner is a bit of a camping spot, but it's still kind of fun to try to work your way around, and when you get through to a camping human, it feels really awesome to finally get him out of the way. Coming in at the number 8 spot in Green Run, we have Abigail Misty's previous home before the zombie apocalypse, Farm, Survival on Farm, and this is personally my favorite survival map in Black Ops 2, and it is really fun to pick up and play for a quick game of zombies if you're not in the mood to get devoted to a full game of any of the larger maps. And a lot like Turned, there's not a lot going on, and it's kind of an arcadey type addition to zombies rather than a hardcore map. Like I said, it's a lot of fun. You got a nice training area here. You can get the Ray Gun Mark II out of the box, as with all the other survival maps. And personally, this is my favorite survival map, and one of my favorite spots on Green Run. From the depths of Alcatraz Island, making its way onto the list in number 7 spot, we have Grief Cell Block Mode. And before this map came out, I really did not get Grief. I didn't get what the fuss was about, and to me it just seemed like an annoying version of zombies that we had to play when more than 4 people wanted to play zombies. And once I played Grief Cell Block Mode, I had a whole new look on the game mode as a whole. And this map is really, really fun. It's a lot more hectic because there is, in fact, no Juggernog. It is the first time since Bus Depot that Juggernog is actually not there. And it makes for a really kind of on-edge competitive game type. We also saw the return of PhD Flopper in this map. It is only one of 2 times where it is actually in perk formation in the entire game. It actually is not in Mob of the Dead, which was a bit of a troll by Treyarch. The machine is actually off the map for the 2nd time in a row. But overall, a really fun competitive zombie game type. By far my favorite Grief map. Taking the number 6 spot on our list, we have Nuketown Zombies in Nevada, USA. And I have a kind of a funny story on this map. Not a great story, but it's a story. So, story time with Adderob. I ended up buying the Hardened Edition of Black Ops 2 just for this map. I didn't care about the soundtrack. I didn't care about the little medals you got with it or the tin case you got with the game. I just got it for the Nuketown Zombies, and I paid $20 extra for it. It was $80 for the Hardened Edition. And, yeah, I got it for like a month or 2 when it came out in like March. I had it for a couple months before everyone else, and it ended up coming out for $5 on the Xbox Live Marketplace. So I spent $15 extra on this map, which is a bit of a letdown. It's just basically a little more advanced than a survival map, but you know, I got to play it earlier, so it was fine by me. But all that aside, This is a really fun map. It's not quite a pick up and play map as Farm and Turned were, but it's more of a semi-hardcore map, as if you don't want to invest maybe any more than an hour of your time into it, but you want to have fun getting to a high round in zombies. This is your map. It's got a nice training area in the blue backyard. It keeps you on your toes. It's not that easy of a training area, but it's manageable. So this map is extremely fun to play. I like the random spawning perks. The perks actually drop into set areas in a random order in a random time. So that adds a whole new element to the game that we haven't seen since Shi No Numa, and it's definitely a one-of-a-kind map. Breaking its way into the top 5 is Buried on Resolution 1295. Now this map sported one of my favorite wonder weapons in Black Ops 2 or in any zombies map, the Paralyzer. Now unlike any other wonder weapon, this actually helped you with the actual training part of zombies rather than disposing of them. When you shot it, it froze zombies, as you're seeing here in the video, and you can use it for a lot of different ways. It also allowed you to fly for the first time in zombies. However, that did have its problems. Many glitches were found for this map, as Treyarch actually tried using a new technique above most of the objects, and that is, instead of adding a ridiculous invisible barrier, they instead had a smooth sliding surface on top so that you could actually jump over things or fly over things. Now this I really like the idea of, but it just opened up too many glitches, so it didn't work. This is one of the 2 maps that really had failed innovation, failed experiments, and I didn't like it that much, to be completely honest. It was a bit too small for me, and there just wasn't enough you could do after getting everything with the big guy, who, in my opinion, this map is based too much around. Without the big guy, you can really do nothing at all. So, this map, a step up from Survival and Nuketown, but a bit of a letdown for one of the bigger maps. Here comes the bus, so it must be time for the number 4 map in Black Ops 2, and that, to me, is Transit. Now, this is known as one of the biggest letdowns in any zombies map ever, as this launched Black Ops 2. It was the main map in Green Run, and a lot of people hated it. It's full of fog, it's got a lot of lava in it, and between bus stops there are these little creatures called denizens that just conveniently jump onto your face. Now, in the last video I made of my top 10 maps, and that was a while ago, I spoke badly about the jet gun and about this map overall, even though I placed it pretty high up, and I just did a terrible job of explaining it, so I'm going to go over the positive things this time, I promise. I will get to them, but first I'd like to say that I would like the beginning of this map to go a little bit faster. It takes a while to build the jet gun. I actually got it done in round 2 this time, so you can get it done very early, which is really nice. But one of the things is just to build around buildables, and that was something innovative Treyarch was trying to and their zombie team was convinced that it would work, but it just didn't. Jimmy Zielinski admitted afterward he did not like that part of this map, and that's about it for the negatives, though. I have to say, the fog is necessary, guys. This is one of my pet peeves when people complain about fog in Transit. They needed to put obstacles to avoid players from going one side of the map to the other too quickly or seeing too much of the map at once. That's the reason why in theater mode, if you go from one side of the map to the other in Ghost Camera, it very easily crashes consoles. So this was necessary. It's in Origins as well. They just performed it better. But the jet gun is extremely fun to use. It's not the most effective wonder weapon by far, but it's way up there as one of my favorite guns to use. It's just so authentic. It's a jet engine modified into a gun. It's squirting out blood. It's sucking zombies in and like shooting them out the back. It's great. I just love using it so much. I really don't like when it breaks, though. It's the worst feeling in the world, but just don't make it break, and that's not a problem for you, I guess. So overall, this map is really fun to me. I would rather play it than Buried, for those of you in the comments that are going to question me on this. But it's a lot of fun once you have everything going for you. It's not really good to recover on multiplayer as things are spread out, but that is definitely not the only map that does this. Taking the number 3 spot on this list, it is Mob of the Dead on Alcatraz Island. This is commonly known as the best map Treyarch has ever made. Not quite, but it is way up there. Definitely one of my favorite maps of all time. And it is just so great. You got side quests at every turn. You can get the Golden Spork. You can get the Hell's Redeemer. You can get the Hell's Retriever. You can get the Zombie Shield. You can get the Blundergat. You can get the Acid Gat. You can go to the Pack-a-Punch. You can build a plane for something else. You can go Grape Train on the Golden Gate Bridge. You can do so much. And it is just something that can keep you busy. But you don't have to do every side quest to succeed. It just gives you something to do, something to entertain you, and I found that really awesome. There's a lot you can do to stop you from being bored, is what I'm trying to say here. It's a difficult map in the sense that there's really a lot of tight corners. However, there's a lot of spots that you can train, and it's not the end of the world. It's just kind of challenging. Once you have your Spore, your Hell's Redeemer, your Blundergat, it's just so much fun to play. This map right here got me into playing multiplayer zombies again. Before this, I was playing primarily solo, and this map made me play multiplayer. It's just such a great map for co-op with your friends, and I can't even say enough good things about this map. There's barely anything bad about it, and I'm going to be questioned a lot to what my next map is over this beautiful piece of work. But, yeah, that's it. I'm not going to ramble on for this any longer. I'm just going to get to the next map. Ha ha ha, let the hate comments begin as I just put Die Rise over Mob of the Dead. Bring it on, bring it on. Just let it out in the comment section below. Here's why I love it so much. It reminds me of Ascension, 100%, as the Liquefier, which is an overpowered wonder weapon, almost as overpowered as the beloved Thunder Gun back in Ascension. It is tight at the beginning, which is kind of what you're doing when you're carrying on power or pretty much doing anything. There's a lot of tight spaces you can go through. Like, that reminds me of Verrückt, actually, like down in the other buildings. There's a lot of kind of maze, creepy feeling to it. And this map literally brings meaning to Ascend from Darkness, as when you go down into the map, you actually get kind of creeped out as it gets darker and darker and creepier, and then you ride back up to the top. It's all sunny and happy and everything's good. So what you're seeing right now is the very bottom of the beast, the belly. But there are a lot of great training spots, such as the one you're seeing now. There's also the top of the building. There's a bunch of places where you can just hang out and have a lot of fun. This is the first Treyarch troll with the PhD flopper machine being just off the map behind an invisible barrier. And the main complaint throughout the zombie community with this map is the jumps. There's a lot of fall damage you can take, and a lot of the fall damage can kill you if you don't play this map as much as I do. Now, I'm not saying I'm the master of this map or anything, but I do play it a lot, and I have gotten the feel of each of the jumps in the map, and I don't really fall that often anymore. Once in a while, it'll end a like level 5 run or something, which is not very big deal. I'll die early, just restart. I don't care. But if you're staying on one floor like I am right now, and it's not a problem, then this map is extremely enjoyable, and personally, I do enjoy it over Mob of the Dead. So that's my reasoning right there. Take it or leave it. I'm going to move on to the number 1 map. Well, first off, if you've figured this out already by process of elimination in your head, well, stop being such a smartass, will you? This map is spectacular, and I love it so much. It definitely beats out Mob of the Dead in my mind, and it has finally overtaken the spot in my heart that Die Rise held for so long. And there is so much you can do this map. You can turn on all the generators. You can get free Pack-a-Punch weapons, free perks. You can get Thunder Fists. There's a Wonder Fist machine, which is a random perk machine that's been requested for a while. There are 4 wonder weapons, all upgradable. Unfortunately, they are buildable, but they're not hard to find at all. In solo, you can get it done in a round, and I guess multiplayer you can too. I don't know why I just said solo there, but they're not that difficult to make. They're pretty simple, and they're all great. By themselves, before you upgrade them, they're a little above average. Once you upgrade them, they are easily the best wonder weapons in Black Ops 2 Zombies. The wind staff, which I'm using in this gameplay, is basically the thunder gun. The electric staff is basically the Wonderwaff or Zap guns from Moon. The fire staff is basically a Blundergat, actually. And the ice staff is a Winter's Howl on steroids. There's so much you can do, and I keep saying that. Co-op is a bit of an issue, actually. In public matches, it's just not possible. Don't even attempt to play this with random other people, because you're going to have no idea what you're doing, and neither will they. If you play this with friends, beware. If you get down, Juggernog is never close. So you're going to want to stay near your perks, which isn't even going to be that easy, because a lot of people are going to want to do their trains near Juggernog and such. So it's a bit of an issue to play multiplayer, but solo is manageable. It's really tough, and that's what makes me so interested in it. It's a really good challenge, and it provides a lot of stuff you need to do. For instance, the Knights Templars will always attack your generators after a while if you get them all up, or even if you don't. They'll attack even sooner if you do, though. And you're going to have to leave wherever you are and get those generators back up and running as soon as possible. The only downside to this map, in my mind, is that it requires you to do all of these side quests. In Mob of the Dead, you did not have to do them, they just made it a bit more fun for you. In Origins, you really have to do every single side quest in order to succeed, which is a bit of an issue in solo and just takes like an hour. But, you know, it's not an issue. It's really fun to play once you get into these high rounds, and I love it so much. It's definitely up there with Darius and Kino, above anything the Zombies team has done in the last year. So thanks for watching, everyone. Leave down below in the comments whether you agree or disagree with any of these map picks. Yes, the whole Buried and Mob of the Dead thing being ranked lower than they should. I might hear a lot about that, I know. But please just respect, those are my opinions. I definitely get if you want to disagree in the comments, just please be respectful about it. If you enjoyed the video, please hit that thumbs up button. If you have anything to say, please leave it down below. And if you enjoy my videos and have not yet done so, please consider subscribing. Till next time, I'm AdderRob. Peace.